Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. Today is April 11th, 2026. And those numbers, the date, is so powerful. Because if you look at those numbers, it's offering you stability, right? And spiritual growth. And it's also offering you the opportunity to embrace the new beginning or be the leader of your road, right? Your life. So when I look at those numbers and I add them all together, it comes up to a 7. And a 7 is all about intellectual, spiritual growth, where you take the reflection of the road that you walked and you leave the burden, but embrace the value and understand that lessons weren't meant to hurt you, that they were meant to help you on your path, whatever path you may be on. So the lessons could be any which way, because everyone lives an individualized, customized life, right? Not two lives, not any two lives are the same, not even twins, because each person has the ability to use their free will to cultivate their environment, to allow the surroundings to uplift and to offer growth, right? When you look with brand new eyes and you're in the beginning of your journey, since this is all about beginnings, right? The spring offers growth from the land, and we offer continual evolution by recognizing that interconnectivity links everybody together. And when we stay in a balanced place, in a balanced mindset, where we're not tipping the scales one way or the other, like good or bad, up or down, fast or slow, however you want to look at it, but you're allowing the ebb and the flow of the environment, the energies, to affect you in a positive manner. And bad things can happen in that time, in that space, right? Or you could realize that maybe you were a part of, or you gave life to situations that, you didn't realize had so much detriment, until you're able to perceive your mindset and see clearly in a balanced place how movements either you've made or have been made within your environment from other energy can affect or add their presence into the mix, which could make things a little bit crazy and chaotic if you're not able to distinguish your energy from a projection. And if you believe that you're on the right path and you're getting all the signs and synchronicities and the symbols, and they're encouraging you to continue forward, but there's a seed of doubt that's trying to break the ground, well, you need to flush that out, because doubt isn't something that is provided by the divine. Doubt is something that is seeded into your crown through manipulation, through projection, through someone or something manipulating a situation in order to get you off balance, where maybe you wouldn't be able to make, a clear, discerned decision, right? And it's about recognizing, remembering, embracing, being the leader of your own life, embracing the new beginning that we are now in, and using the spiritual growth to actually be present in the moment and be able to distinguish what is evil, what is not, what is being done purposely or deliberately in order to suppress, and what we as sovereign beings need to embrace in order not to fall into that trap. To actually show through loving light that not everything that shines bright is something that is worth worship over. Meaning, divinity could be taken either way. You could be a divine being and work for the dark, because there's divinity in the dark. And you could be a divine being and work in the light, and we all know that there's divinity in the light. But what we tend to forget is that there's a balance between both the dark and the light, and that's where the truth is always hidden. It hides in the shadows. When dogs in the window, when we're trying to pivot and change, or make someone feel, think, or say something that was never meant for them to harness in any type of way. And that happens. Sadly, that can happen if you're not aware. If you're not enlightened to the outright lies, the Western Bible or the Roman Bible, however you want to look at it, it's filled with them. And they did this by changing words. Instead of the divine or the creator, they interjected Lord. Like, they tried to confuse you with the word of God, the word of Jesus consciousness, Christ consciousness.